Hello everyone, hope everyone's well. This is just a little quick video in terms of last night's podcast, episode 51. We discussed on our Let's Talk Gear section the Primus sticks. These are the Primus Generation 3 tripod. So they're extremely lightweight, as we discussed. Very portable. Now mine are a little bit old and battered. There's a little strap that goes on these. It's gone missing off mine just through dragging through rough ground, etc. Rubber feet, again you'll see one of mine is missing. Mine are a little bit knocked and battered, but still holding up well to the task. Very easy to set up. You can actually do it with one hand really quickly if you're carrying a gun. Set it on your uneven ground, and then it's just a trigger. You kick it out a little bit wider if you want to get a wider base. Trigger and pull up and down, just slide up and down very quickly, effectively. If you can see that there, they can adjust towards any kind of ground. Now a slight little variant on mine, so what you'll probably see here is on the top, that's what's called the Spartan Davros head, and that's mounted to the mounting plate that comes with the Primus stick. So you can little screw on the bottom of that there, which we discussed in another video, and that will, you can utilize that screw for, you know, a spot and scope, a camera, etc. So, but I've used it for my Davros head, and on the Davros head you'll see there's a little thumb grip there. I have mine locked up tight, but you can loosen that slightly and you get a lot more play, as you can probably see on that. Again, so if you're set up, you're scoping, you spot your deer, it's moving, you can adjust on the move without pulling the trigger if you so wish, and it gives you the ability just to probably tow in your rifle if you're finding as you're towing around that the rifle is going a little bit off plumb. So I locked it up very tight. You'll get the movement on the gun, as I'll demonstrate now in a few minutes. So yeah, that is that piece of kit. What you get with the Primus sticks in the box is this little fork setup here. Still very good attachment. I've used this for a couple of years hunting, had never let me down. However, what you will find is, I'll demonstrate now how quickly it is just to pop them in. So just the little button on the side, and that just pops straight in, and there's a locking mechanism just there, and up it goes, so that can't come out. Again, that gives you, even without the 360 flexibility on the handle, you can still actually move the rifle without having your hand on the actual trigger stick itself. So again, the rifle goes into that. It's very snug. But what some people don't like is there is a little bit of kind of side to side. It's not as probably as stable as the Spartan one, but still a very effective piece of kit, and I had never any issue with it. So if you can imagine, you're up there, you see your fox or your stag or your doe, and then you're straight on. There's no issue. I think, look, that's the basic setup. We have complemented it, as I said, with the, so again we just pop that out, green lever down, the little button on the side pops out, this one pops in, lock it back up, that button won't press now, and the difference being, if you can see here, this is the adapter that comes with the Spartan Davros head. So you get this, there's a couple of different screw attachments for different guns. I actually have two, because a buddy of mine gave me a spare one. So I have actually two mounting spots. And you'll see why I prefer this one now in a second. But again, if it's very quick, and say for instance if I'm shooting down into a valley, I will pop that on there, and as you can see, there's very, very little movement unless you tweak that gun. And again, so if you're shooting down, you can imagine down a valley, at a fox, etc. Bang, you're straight on. It pops off very quickly. The beauty of this attachment here is, as you probably see, it takes a little bit less, takes a bit more weight off the gun. So you'll probably see there, that'll actually mount there, just if you're scoping with your binos. And if I lock that up a little bit tighter, that will actually stay in that position. I'll try and demonstrate now. I had it locked up tight before so it'll hold in that position. It puts a little bit of weight on the trigger stick itself, so I don't like leaving it that way. I'd much prefer, and I'm debating with it, there's another port that I can put here that'll give me almost central on the gun. But it's my new gun, so I'm a little bit reluctant to do that at the minute. But it's maybe something that I look at down the road. That way then the gun will be fully balanced, more closer to the centre, and it'll take the full weight of the gun. But again, it's very good for that split second, the bino's up, you can just rest it against your shoulder. You know, just take a little bit of weight off the gun. You can be spotting with your binos. And as I said, the movement and flexibility in this, you can spin around, 360, adjust up, lean forward, spin back, all by pressing the trigger. So with uneven ground, this is perfect. It's absolutely perfect because you can adapt. If you can imagine, for instance, a stag breaks out of a forest, you're tracking him, and all of a sudden he's dipping down behind maybe a rock, or so you have to adjust very quickly. Maybe he comes back up again. So again, you can constantly move on the go, and you can move 360. And that gives you, the Davros head especially gives you that little adjustment there that you can make while still keeping the stability on the gun. So that's what I like about it. It's off in a second. So very, very quickly, you're going to be on target. So if you can imagine your sticks are set up, your rifle straight out, you're straight on. It's that quick. I know people have to have the quad sticks down. It's just not for me. I find it just too hard to set up. I can't get any quicker setup than this. Another benefit of it is, let's actually put the gun down, is, as you can probably see here, so that's as far out as the tripod will go in the standing position, the normal standing position. However, if you twist this, you'll see there's a little slot there. You can see that. That will allow the sticks to fold out almost flat. So if you can imagine, that's how low to the ground it can go. So I'm going to take the phone up to show just how low that can go. If somebody can see that. So it's roughly, I'd say, 2 foot off the ground. So again, you can go to a kneeling position, which I'll hopefully demonstrate now. Bang in. You can go actually a little bit lower than kneeling, so you can go right down, probably to within 18, 16 inches off the ground, and still maintain that stability. So again, I wouldn't be putting huge weight on it when it's in this position. I don't think they'd like it. It's more probably for spot and scope or camera, but again, needs must, you're down, you're on target. So yeah, that's the Primos sticks. This version of sticks is the Jim Shockey edition. You can probably see it there. But as I say, that's how quickly and easily and effective you can get these set up. So yeah, hope that's explained everything, guys, and come back again soon.